Hi, everybody.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Pounds and Inches. This is our weight loss, health-based review series where every time either I lose a pound
Or I lose an inch.
we will be bringing you guys another review. So as of today, I am down 5 pounds, which makes this episode 420 and 158. Thanks so much for leaving us comments and feedback. That's helping keeping me motivated, keeping us motivated to keep on heading down the path. Still a long ways to go, but we're happy to be on the journey.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about photosynthesis. And this had a lot of buzz on it last summer, in the summer of 2017. And we knew that when we went to Gen Con, we wanted to pick this up, no questions asked. There was a little hitch in that plan. They had a limited copy every single day at the Blue-Orange booth. And by the time we got to the booth, they were all gone. So we decided to come home and support our friendly local game store and buy a copy there. Alas, those were gone.
Sold out again. We've been foiled. All right, so we were lamenting about this to a family member. They went out and surprised us with a copy as a gift, so that was very cool.
So what do you get in the box?
All right, this game is all about trees, as the name might suggest. So you're going to get these tree seeds, small, medium, and large trees. You also have these player boards, which kind of neatly explain all your options on what you can do during a turn. You also have the main player board, which is a forest where you're going to be growing these trees. The sun, which will be roaming around the board, and these are your point tokens, which you'll be collecting, which are your end game points.
So there are 4 different tree colors. We have this set up from a previous game of a 2-player game, the blue and the orange, the green, and then there's also yellow that comes in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so how do the basic mechanics of it work? How do you grow your trees? How do you get the points?
All right, so as it might suggest, you start with a small tree or your small seed, you grow it up, and eventually when the time comes, you're going to kill off your tree. And when that happens, based off of where it was planted in the player board, closer to the center or with more points, you'll be collecting these tokens matching the color of the soil where it was killed off at. All right, so the sun will be roaming around the board, and as it roams, it gives what's called light points. In the direction of the arrows on the sun, all the trees that are touching the sun or facing the sun will be collecting these light points. That kind of acts as your currency in the game. And all the actions that you do, growing trees, killing trees, planting seeds, they all take these light points. That's kind of your currency. And the more trees you have, the more light you're going to get. However, there's going to be a time when you need to kill off your trees, and the bigger trees give you the most light points, but they also need to be giving you your end game points as well. So it's kind of a tricky timing scenario of when is the best time to kill off a tree. There's also a blocking mechanism. The sun casts a shadow from the bigger trees. So this tree would be blocked from the sun by this tree because of the shadow that it's casting. Adds a little bit of meaningless, a little bit of teeth to the game, just to make it more interesting and a little more strategic about where you might want to place and plant your seeds and your trees.
Yeah, so that goes on for 3 rounds, and then at the end of the 3rd round, you count up the tokens that you got, and whoever has the most wins.
Correct.
Yeah, the first thing to know about this game, which you can probably see from the video, is that it's just gorgeous. These 3D components are beautiful. There's so much detail in them. There's like a little fox over here and a mushroom in there. All the player boards have animals hidden in them. They might not actually be hidden. I just didn't notice it the first time you played, so that's why I think they're hidden.
Yeah, they went with a great amount of detail. They could have kind of phoned it in and made these very bland tokens, but instead they went for this great detail, a very immersive board, very cool pieces, and just really brings the theme home.
Yeah, even the box is beautiful. When we have it on the shelf, people almost always request it because it stands out amongst the other games we own.
It's very hard to walk past this on the table and ignore it. People are going to be drawn in. They're going to see these bright, vivid colors. They're going to want to know more. People are probably going to be laughing and having a good time around the table as well.
Yeah, and this might just be a Bethany thing. It might not be an all-gamer thing, but I feel like this game's really peaceful when you play it. I mean, just the theme and the concept of it, and seeing your trees grow, and then just looking at that, I mean, it looks like a piece of art. It feels really peaceful when I play it. Even when I lose, I don't go away upset like I do sometimes when I lose. Not with this game.
All right, and also the theme very well matches the mechanics of the game. The name suggests that photosynthesis is a very perfect name for this game. People understand, planting seeds, growing them up, trees dying, the life cycle of a tree. It's very easy to teach, very intuitive, very smooth as a result. And the game plays really fast too. This is not a game where there's a lot of downtime because you're all collecting sun at the same time, and then you're all kind of spending the points at the same time too.
Yeah, and we've played 2, 3, and 4 player, and even though obviously 4 player takes longer, it doesn't feel any longer than when we play 2 player.
The one nitpick I might have about this game is that the components could use a little bit of an upgrade. We've started to notice over time that the cardboard has faded away a little bit. Some of the art has peeled off. They're not quite as sturdy as they used to be. They fall apart a little bit easier. So keep in mind of that when you're playing this game. Take very good care of the pieces. Put them away carefully. You want to make sure this game lasts as long as possible and is a staple of your shelf.
Yeah, so what does this go for?
The MSRP of this game is right around $40, which I think is extremely acceptable for what you get.
Yeah, I would definitely pick that up again.
Yeah, no kidding. One thing, I would even pay more. I would pay $45 or possibly $50 if the components were just a little bit sturdier, a little bit more hardy, to make sure this is not a game that we have to buy a second time.
Yeah, I think this game is probably good for almost anybody. We've had gamers and non-gamers, like we said, request to play this game, and they all enjoyed it. So much so that people even talked about purchasing it themselves after they left.
This appeals to people who like thematic games. It's very immersive. This appeals to people who like strategy games and the Euro mechanics, because there's a lot of math that needs to be done as far as when's the right timing to pull off a certain action. This appeals to families. It's a very family-friendly game. And it's language independent. There's no words anywhere in this game. Even a kid could learn this. They may have a hard time with the timing and when it's the right time to kill off a tree, that kind of thing. They might not do very well, they might not win, but they could understand it. This is a game that appeals, it's a very broad appeal.
Yeah, if you get a chance to play this, I would definitely take that chance.
Yeah, this is a great game. We really enjoy it. It'll be on our shelf for a long time, as long as the components hold up. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Pounds and Inches with Ryan and Bethany. Thanks so much. Leave comments and feedback. We love to hear from you guys. Hopefully we're motivating some of you guys. We know you guys are motivating us for sure. So hopefully you'll see another episode from us again soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone.